How's it going today, Kurt?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. I spoke with Paul yesterday, and he told me he had a bunch of great things to say about you, but he told me that you are essentially the Grog. You did not really have to do much to get into character for this movie, that is very much just who Kurt is. Is that true?
Yeah. When Paul came to me, I've got a movie coming out this fall that I had shot that he saw me act in, where I play a crazy psychotic dude along with my brother Tickles. We'll be a horror duo, and the franchise is called Hellbilly Hollow.
Hmm.
Didn't want to put that out once Paul came to me and said that I have this script which I loved, and Lynn Shaye and Bill Moseley are possibly going to be in it. And I'm like, what better way to introduce who I am as a person, as an actor in this movie? And then Lynn and Bill, or Paul and I started talking about the script, and Paul created Gregory Grogstone, this horror icon. And he said, but the Grog is you, like, because we hang out all the time. And he's like, it's just how you are in every day. Don't screw it up. You're the Grog. Just be you the way you are in everyday life. And I'm like, well, that's cool. That's easy. Been doing that my whole life. And then we moved Lynn into her character, which I thought was great for that one. And Bill made him more clean cut, not like you see him in Devil's Rejects and stuff. And he's so funny. And he brought us all together. I said, "Yeah, let's do this, and then I can introduce the world to Kurt Deimer and what I can do as an actor and prove myself alongside of Lynn and Bill." And he just let us free go, and we ad-libbed a lot, and we just are great friends now. And it's just very surreal. I mean, I love them as actors, and to be able to work alongside them and prove that I can stand right there in the same room and do what they're doing. It was just a no-brainer opportunity to introduce Kurt Deimer as an actor to the world, let alone now I think I've created this crazy thing where the Grog he's the man of peace, love, and happiness and common sense, and everybody can become Grogs now. And it's like a whole movement, I think, that's about to happen. So I'm really proud of the movie. It's going to be great in theaters. It's a great ride, so I'm really stoked to be in it. And Paul gave me that opportunity. So,
Yeah, I think you killed it. The Grog definitely very memorable character, and
well,
like you
thank you.
said, you're absolutely holding your own next to a couple of heavyweights like Bill Moseley and Lynn Shay, who've been doing this for so long. Did you pick up any fun tips or any cool like things from either of them?
Yeah, it reaffirmed to me what I did that you'll see in Hellbilly Hollow in the fall. It just reaffirmed to me because Bill, I'd molded a lot of the character after his craziness and the Devil's Rejects, and it kind of affirmed to me and be and I didn't even know I'd be for 9 years ago. You know, it all
Hmm.
happened by chance in life, and life's you just got to notice the signs in life. And it just reaffirmed everything I had thought and my belief in myself. Because this movie and music business is tough. I
Hmm.
bet a lot of people try to take advantage of me over the last 7 years, but I take the punches. I keep getting up, and all that hard work, and which all everybody needs to do in life. Just hopefully, it's going to be a symbol of strength as a Grog that everybody can have a great life. They can do what they love to do. And I hope to share that message with the world. And I think this role allows me to do that. And Lynn and Bill taught me that I can just be myself because Lynn's herself, Bill's always
Hmm.
himself. Behind when we weren't shooting, we were all laughing. And Bill and I were coming up with movie idea names that we could say during the scenes and just laughing. Bill's making jokes. We're sitting at the seance table for days, so it's just, I learned a lot from him, just how to relax, be yourself, and let it flow.
Amazing. Yeah, the it's funny you mentioned that. Like you said, you're still relatively new to acting, but the Grog is a horror legend who's been in countless films,
Yeah.
and we get a lot of those movies mentioned throughout the film. You guys came up with those on the day sometimes? You're just kind of like spitballing?
Yeah, there was maybe two or three that Paul had put in the script, and then Bill and I would just keep coming up with names. Like there's that scene and that one scene that's me, Bill, and Olivier. We didn't even have our scripts with us. We just made all that up.
Nice.
you know which one I'm talking. It was just all off the cuff. It,
Amazing.
and I just think that's such a hilarious scene. And Bill, the fact that Bill Moseley's like, oh, loves the grog. It's like I'm his idol. When he gushes, it's like, what the hell is happening here? And it
Man.
comes off as just so much fun, and it's a great ensemble movie, cast movie with not a lot of CGI. It's the way movies used to be, and I think people are going to love it because it should be seen in a theater. It's like going to a play
Yeah.
and just have fun and get some popcorn and a drink and just chill, and they'll walk away hopefully saying, "You guys got to see this while it's in theaters," and the word will spread. And then my album coming out the beginning of May, May 8th, is In Deep is in the movie. It's climbing the mainstream rock chart right now. I think we're at 37, me and Josh
Mhm.
Todd from Buck Cherry. I wrote the Scared to Death soundtrack, so everybody's got to stay till the end. You'll hear that song, and then you'll
Mhm.
see all my old movies, so it's fun during the credits. And then Live or Dies off my first album, and So It Begins, which is literally what we're all trying to do in the house, live or
Mhm.
die. So it's fun to tie all that together. And the album coming out is called A Grog is Born after Barbara Streisand. I was sitting one night, everybody's going, "What are we going to name the second album? It's so killer." And I'm like, well, three of the songs on it are in the movie. We are introducing the grog to the world. And Barbara Streisand, A Star is Born, used that font. A Grog is Born. Here's a picture of me and my mom and dad, Sears or J.C. Penney's picture when I was born. Paul stuck the tickler on my face as a baby and put the tats on my arm, and here we are. So we're tying it all together, man. And I think there's so many things we can do with the grog in the future for decades to come. So it's going to be a fun ride for all of us.
Amazing. Yeah, you do make it to the end, which very nice, although a little worse for wear. It's I was gonna ask because the Grog obviously can hold his own in what's essentially like an Evil Dead type scenario in this one. I was gonna see how the Grog would fare in other scenarios, according to your expertise, since you are the Grog. How do you think the Grog would handle like an alien invasion?
The grog would be the grog will would be the rock in the group of people going against the aliens. The grog is the common sense guy. The grog is the guy who's got everybody's back, as you can see in the movie. I
Mhm.
got you. I got everybody's back, all walks of life. The grog cares about people, and I think in all those types of movies, I'd be the guy leading the charge against evil because that's
Nice.
the grog. Yeah,
Yeah. Zombie apocalypse, you're keeping everyone from getting
yeah,
bit.
yeah. Just follow the grog. I mean, I can think through, and even in life. I mean, I think Bill and I are going to do a podcast, the Grog Cast, with Chopped Up and the Grog. And I want people to call in, and we'll just help you navigate, answer any questions, talk about the movies, have some fun, we'll laugh. And you want to learn how to balance your checkbook, well, Grog will teach you how to do that. So it's just ask the Grog financial, whatever. I mean, I've been through it all. I've built everything on my own in life, and I just feel so blessed to have gotten to where I've gotten in life. But it's been a lot of hard work, a lot of ups and downs, which everybody goes through every day. So I just happen to persevere and don't take no for an answer. And if you tell me I can't, I'll do it. So
That's amazing. Yeah, love it. So the you do get into a bit of a scrap with Amos, who's also played by Bill Moseley. Was that a fun day to shoot, or is it more challenging having to punch him in the face?
no, it was awesome. I mean, they had Paul had stunt people there.
Yeah.
And I said, well, the Grog does all his own stunts, so I'm doing. I don't want it to look fit, like you can tell. The Grog can handle it. So I just trained with the stunt guys upstairs for probably 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and I said I can do that. I mean, I did my own stunts and everything so far. And then the biggest moment was when Amos chokes out the Grog on the
Mhm.
steps. There was like 4 or 5 steps you had to fall down like without moving, like you're passed out, and the whole place is. We have maybe a few. We're running out of time. And the first one I was didn't like. The second one I just went limp, and I just said, "I'm just going, and let's just go." And the whole house erupted like You just fucking nailed that shit on the second take. And the Grog does his own stunts. So yeah, it was a great night. I love filming that stuff, and I loved playing with Lynn on that. That was ad lib shit right before it started. I just think it was such a fun movie to make, and I think it'll come across that way to the fans. So
Absolutely. Yeah, I think so too. Now, the Grog is one of the more skeptic characters in the movie. He takes the longest to be convinced that there is something more
right.
sinister, supernatural at hand. And this movie was filmed obviously in a historical house that is known for being haunted. Do you believe in any of that stuff, or did you experience anything while filming?
No, I didn't experience anything that. I mean, I never really have. I've heard stuff from relatives and things. I believe that. I mean, my mom and dad have passed, my sisters, so I'm the last of my family of four, but I believe they're all with me. I talk to them before I go on stage and do rock shows. I believe that they're all these souls are around us, especially our loved ones, and they're walking this path with us. It's just on this other thing, I don't know, can't describe it. But it's not far because I do believe that I believe in ghosts and all that, but do I believe in the shows where they have all this equipment that I don't know if I believe that shit. But I believe it's all in your heart and your soul and what you perceive. And if you want to believe they're with you, I believe they are with you. And I feel it. I mean, I probably would. My sister was the big thespian growing up. I was the big loser in high school. I had anxiety. I did drugs, and my parents always supported me. But then I became the rock of the family because I knew I was very entrepreneurial and I worked hard, and the whole thing flipped. And my sister passed of ovarian cancer at 45, and it's like all of a sudden now I'm singing. She was a singer. I'm acting. She was the actor, and it's weird. So I believe
Yeah.
that happens. And my dad was a deep baritone singer in the church choir, and I just lost mom a year and a half ago, but she came to all my rock shows and supported me. And it's just, I believe they're in me and they're with me. And now they're enjoying every minute of it. So, and you'll see my parents on the album cover of A Grog is Born. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think yeah, that's the cover art that's on Spotify right now. Is you with
yep.
young you with the
As
tickler
me
you
and
call
mom
it.
and
Yeah.
dad, and they just add the tickler and the tattoos. So they're probably like, look at what Kurt just did. But they were great parents and they're with me. So I do believe in that stuff, but I didn't feel anything in the house. But I do believe it's haunted because the Altadena fires came, and that
Hmm.
is a wooden fire pit for that, and it wasn't touched. I mean, it had a little tree in the back and maybe a little burn mark on the back, but the building remains, and the street it's on remained, and
Yeah.
everything else around it. There's empty lots, burned down house. So spirits might have kept that safe.
Yeah, something was protecting it, right?
Yep, yep,
So I know you're working with Paul again on Relapse. What
yes.
is it about his directorial style that works so well with you that helps you get the best out of your performance?
Well, when Andy Gould was managing me, he brought Paul to me to do some music videos
Hmm.
for my music, and that's how I met Paul. And Paul has drive like I do. We're both are very driven. We have two different personalities. I keep Paul calm. Paul's a little more antsy, if you will, but we balance each other out. He loves my ideas. We've got, Relapse he had written, and I've had friends that have lost, you know, kids in their prime to fentanyl and, not knowing it was fentanyl and stuff like. And I wanted to bring awareness to that because I like to give a lot back. And so I wanted to show people that I can also be the dad of the person addicted in a drama. I don't want to be just pigeonholed in this or like Pandemic Sex Party that's coming out that Andy
Yeah.
Gould produced. I play the next big killer, the rancher, like Jason. So I want to show people I can, and I'm masked, but I want to show people I can do all these different things. And I think the Grog was the best way to launch who Kurt Deimer is and what Kurt Deimer is all about. And Paul has given me that opportunity, and we create very well together. It's very natural, and when I say this is what I'm thinking, he actually takes the idea and implements it, where you can just shoot ideas all the time, but you don't have people to implement it. And Paul's really good at that. In fact, we have a an Adult Swim type cartoon that we're working on. We've already written like 25 episodes called Baby G, and it's a trip. It's funny as hell, and Baby G stands for Baby Grog, so it's the Grog in a diaper.
Amazing. I can't
And
wait.
I'm a little so Baby G's coming too. I should have
Nice.
been telling everybody else about that too, but you heard you're the only one I've told
Oh, I
today.
got the exclusive. All right.
Yep, Baby G.
I'm honored. One last question before I let you go. You had mentioned your music. In Deep with Josh Todd is fantastic. That's a banger. We got Scared to Death plays at the end of the film from the movie. And then
Yes.
you've got And So It Begins came out last year. You got a new album you said coming soon. What's on your playlist currently? What have you been rocking out to lately?
You mean besides my own music that I'm writing?
Yeah.
Um, I don't really I listen to stuff that I just put on my I like Limp Bizkit, I like Disturbed, I like reggae, I like Stick Figure, I like the Movement. I'm a little all over the board. I like to take influences from the reggae and the rock, and I like that. I like Linkin Park,
Love it.
um, but I'm so busy touring and doing all what I do that I very seldom have time, and I need to. I have some bangers coming out on a Grog is Born, and you'll see me elevate my game. I sing now all the time. And Chris Lord Alge, he's my best friend and producer and mixer. He's the one who discovered me in music, and we've been great friends ever since. Um, we've had so much music that when I'm not shooting a movie or I'm not on the road on a bus, I'm in the studio, and you're going to see a whole new side of me even on a Grog is Born. So it's very cool that it's all coming out together. And then that'll draw attention to it. And so it begins because that's kind of how it all started. And then you'll see how I morphed into this new album. So, and yeah, In Deep's 37 on mainstream rock now, and it's going to keep climbing. And I'm stoked, man. And then I think what we're looking at doing, we already have 3 shows, is now that we have the Grog, we have me and music as well, is we're going to bring the theatrical experience to clubs and bars and stuff where you can come see the film, meet the Grog, hang out. We might have other fun stuff going on. Me and the guys play a full rock show, which
Love
is
it.
would be unique. And we're doing one in Jacksonville, Orlando, and Tampa at the end of the month with WJRR, and partner with radio across the country and in Canada to take it overseas. And you have an evening with Kurt Deimer, aka the Grog, and it'll be different every time, and get to see a movie and just chill. I think it's a unique experience. So we're in the
Hell yeah.
works on that right now.
Love it. That sounds
Yeah,
amazing. I look forward to seeing that out on the road. I hope everyone will check out Scared to Death when it's in theaters Friday, March 13th. Thank you so much for taking the time today, Kurt.
yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Please go out and see it. You got to see it in a theater, share it, then tell your friends they got to get there and stay through the credits. It'll be well
Absolutely.
worth your time. So,
Definitely. Thanks, man. You have a great rest of your day.
yeah, thanks for having me, Josh.
Mhm.
Appreciate it.